Hey everybody, Aaron here. So, welcome to what I will essentially call Blade's Vlog Episode 1. This is a series that will come out whenever the hell I feel like it. Honestly, it's not going to have specific dates. I'm not going to try to go, oh, like I'll do every one a month or one weekly or whatever. I'll try to do maybe at least one a month, maybe at minimal. But if I don't do them often, it's because I just don't want to do vlogs for no reason. For me, I think that one thing I love doing, obviously, is I really do love doing reviews and stuff like that, and I love having like discussions with you guys and girls during live streams and stuff like that. But obviously, because I'm busy and I have other things to do in life, etc., and I do millions of reviews, it seems like it's not always the easiest thing to go and set up live streams and talk for 2 hours. And I mean, I love, dude, trust me, guys and girls, I really do love talking to you guys. It's really like the highlight of me doing YouTube at times is seeing several people come into a chat, or even, I've had a highest, I think one time I had like 25 people in a thing, and it was just, I think for some people you might be used to seeing like 300, 400 people in some of the bigger, live streams, etc. But for me, I'm only 1,000, subs, and to have, or 1,100 subs now at this point, to have the following I have and the people that love my videos so much, it makes me want to always kind of do those live streams and reach out to you guys and talk to you about like what's going on in my life, what's going on in my daily activities and stuff like that. At a personal level, I don't want to go too far into a personal level, like, oh, let me tell you exactly what's going on, every little detail, because I think that's something I should keep quiet about, obviously, to have my own privacy when it comes to certain things. But yeah, with these blogs, or, well, I keep saying blogs, but it's vlogs. With these vlogs, what I'm going to try to do is, when I release them, it'll be me talking. It could be anywhere from 5 minutes, it could be 20 minutes, I don't know how long. I'll release them up when I really have nothing else to release in a week, or if I just, feel like doing one, and I really just want to go talk to the camera and tell you guys what's going on in my life, and tell you some of the stuff I'm dealing with, and various other things. Now, let us talk about some subjects I think that have been coming up recently, and I think that's what I want to start off with. First subject I've actually heard is, I had someone ask me, is it okay to dislike a video? And I know it sounds funny, right? But I was like, well, yeah, it's perfectly fine to dislike a video. What do you mean by that? And I'm not gonna tell this person's name. I'm not gonna say who, if it's a girl or a guy. I don't want to do that. But when they came to me and started talking to me about this, it was more of like an off the topic type thing, like, just out of nowhere. Apparently, one of their favorite YouTubers, they were watching a video from them, and they wanted to hit the dislike button because they didn't agree with their opinion, and they were afraid though, because it's like, they don't want to dislike a video of someone they like. And I told them this. Well, for me at least, this is my kind of philosophy on liking and disliking a video. When I see a video that I don't like, I typically do dislike it. If it's my friends, or if it's my close, companions when it comes to like YouTube and stuff like that, like for example, the group that I've come to know and love, a lot of my friends and family, essentially on YouTube, I don't dislike their videos. Even if I don't agree with them, I won't dislike their video, because I know that they put their effort in, and I saw firsthand, or at least knew about how much work they put into a video. I might not like it, and I might not hit a like button on it, and they might get kind of upset. It's like, oh, why don't you support the video? I don't want to support a video I don't believe in. That's the same thing. Equally, I don't want to dislike it, because I know that a lot of times when one person dislikes a video, it tends to have a kind of ripple effect, where then you'll start seeing several other people dislike it, because it's almost like the hive mentality, where people will see a dislike on a video and go, oh, let me hit dislike, it's time to hit dislike, because I see that one person doesn't like it, maybe it's okay to dislike it. I'll tell you right now, guys and girls, there are a few people I do dislike when it comes to doing like their videos, and I will hit the dislike on their videos. I have no qualms about that. It's just, maybe I don't like the structure of the video, maybe I don't like them as a person, and I will do that because I feel like, hey, that's my right. That's everyone's right on YouTube, is to like and dislike a video. Just equally, when people dislike on my videos, I don't really get pissed off about that. I'm like, oh, okay, that sucks that I got disliked, but maybe they didn't agree with me on something, or maybe they just didn't like what I said about something. It's perfectly fine. That's the freedom of choice. Freedom of speech in many ways is, equally with that freedom of choice. But, I told this one person, I said, you know what? it's a personal thing. Is if you want to dislike a video, don't feel bad about it. You don't need to then tell that person, oh, listen, I disliked your video. Just stay quiet about it. Just say, hey, listen, it's not like you're lying to that person. If they ask you, hey, did you like the video or something like that, you can tell them the truth. You can be like, listen, I disliked the video because I didn't agree with it, or just keep quiet about it. If it's not someone that you know at a personal level, it's not going to hurt them. It's just, you have to be willing to stand up for what you believe in when it comes to YouTube and stuff like that. So that was one of the more random conversations I had this month. Another one I had, which was from several people, were asking me about, my personal life in terms of have I gotten over my ex and all that. I get that, guys and girls, you have no idea how many times I hear, have you gotten over your ex yet? Oh, you stopped talking about it on Twitter. Does that mean you're okay with it, or is it just, look, it's been now, what, I think, let's see, January, so February, March, April, May, June. It's been several months at this point that I've essentially had to get over that. It's been, now 9 months, essentially. And, there's the remnants of, I do have bad feelings towards my ex. I don't like them as a person. I don't like how they handle the situation of us breaking apart. Yeah, of course. I think that showed a whole immaturity level, but equally that was my fault because I chose a person that was immature. That's the best way I could put it, and that is what I take away from it is hey, it's a learning experience from my end too. I now know, hey, from now on, if I see even a remnant or even a flag that shows that person's gonna be immature, I shouldn't get into a relationship with that person. But am I over it? The major answer is yes. I am over it for the most part. Think of it almost as like a percentage. If maybe 99% of me is over it, and then there's the 1% that will never disappear. It will always be there until either I A, get into another relationship, or B, just completely somehow forget about that person. And that's not going to be anytime easy, because as I told many of you guys and girls, that was someone I considered very close. And I was very close to it. I considered them a friend, a very good friend at the time. I considered them someone that I'm not saying I saw a future in them. I saw a possible future, because I don't think that, everyone should just go right away. It's like you get into a relationship, oh, gotta start thinking about the future. I don't think you should do that. It's a very bad thing if you do that, because realistically, you should always just think about them now for that. And then as time progresses and your relationship gets stronger, then you can start thinking about, the future, etc. But, it was a blow to me. It was, because I really never felt that emotion towards another person. I've talked to people about this before. I've been in relationships before. Most of them have been long distance, ironically enough. And, it's something that kind of wanes on me. It's like, long distance, I was already disliking long distance. I never really thought it was a good idea in the first place. Trust me, I'll tell you guys, girls, right now, I know several friends of mine who have had relationships work from long distance. I had a few of them that I know that got married, and that was awesome. It's like, wow, congratulations, you did something that, basically, if you put a percentage on that, you're looking at maybe a 70% chance that you're going to break up with a long distance relationship, because it's just a hard thing to deal with. But, in the back burner of my mind, I'm like, okay, I can deal with it. I can, somehow make it work. And I tried my best. I really did. And I'm not going to say I'm perfect. I know I'm not perfect. But I know for a fact that the relationship broke apart, not my end. It wasn't my fault. And that's one thing that I could take away from it. And, there might be people out there going, well, you're one side of the coin. You're one side of the argument. What is the other person's mindset? And that's perfectly fine. I think it was one of her friends disagreed with everything that happened and didn't blame me per se, but felt that I should have stayed friends with that person that I broke up with. And I went, well, that's because you're her friend, though. That makes sense that you would like me to stay friends with your friend, or I think it was like her best friend. I'm not going to do that. I would have only done that if our relationship would have broken up on a very mutual setting. But it didn't. It broke up in a really stupid way, and it was just insulting to not only me as a person, but, my feelings and my heart. So, I took it that way, where I don't want to be friends with this person. And, as time went by, ironically enough, I still watch their videos and stuff like that occasionally, and it's like, and it's not because like, oh, you're watching the videos, why? It's like, because people bring it up. I'll tell you, girls and guys right now, I'll tell you right now, be very careful who knows about your relationships. I say that because typically when your friends or your close friends know about your relationship, they will tend to bring it up whether they want to or not. It's not they're not trying to do it in like to spite me or to get me upset, etc. But they'll be like, "Oh, did you see this person's video recently? Did you see their video the other day? Oh, I can't believe they made a video like this." And it's like, I'm not watching their videos inherently. I'm not going to their channel and looking at their videos. I don't want to do that. That's stupid. But when they end up doing that, you end up having that little tiny bit of, oh, well, let me see what video they're making. I'm curious. And then you end up clicking on the video, and then a flood of emotions hits you like a train. And you go, what the... why did I do that? What was the point of this? What did I get out of this? Watching that. And it brings up a lot of, like, negative stuff. So, I try to avoid, doing that. But it happens. And I'll tell you guys and girls right now, it's just... like I said, just be careful who you let into your relationship world. But yes, going back to like the major question, I got off topic, but that's the thing about these vlogs is that I'm not gonna ever be like on a script topic. Like I'll just do topics that I want to talk about. This is not like the anime talk where I'm just gonna focus on anime stuff or anything like that. It's gonna be on my life, on things that are asked of me, that are things that I feel like sharing with you guys and girls, and that's what I want to do with these. That's why for me they're like less professional than the ones I'm not saying I do professional reviews, mind you. I really don't, but they're less professional than those, if that makes sense. But yeah, am I completely over it? Answer, mostly I'm over it. Is like I said, it's always something that it stays with you for a long time, and until you either move on completely from finding another person that you care about or another relationship you can get into, it stays with you kind of until that happens. That's something that I know from not even just my own experience now at this point, but I also know from some of my friends who dealt with worse breakups. Like, I trust me, guys and girls, I have some stories when it comes to some of my friends who have had relationships that almost sound like something straight from an anime, speaking of which, it's kind of scary. Like, you think, wait, can that really happen? Yeah, it could really happen. And, that's why I'm like, oh yeah, my relationship sucked when it came to like how it broke up, but it's not as bad as someone else's, remind you. And then I think with another thing that I've been talking about recently is how busy I've been with a lot of the work I've been doing. So many of you guys know, and if you don't know, because you're new to my channel, I work for Honey's Anime, and I do articles and video game reviews, etc. for them. And I love it. I absolutely love it, guys and girls. You have no idea, because as a writer, anytime I can actually put my skills to use, it's almost a refreshing feeling. And the thing is that they really appreciate my work, they appreciate me as a writer, and I appreciate them for helping me get better as not only my own skills of writing, but just as a person. I think with any job, if you really get into your job and you really love your job, it becomes this thing where you actually can better yourself from it. So I feel like I've gotten better as a person too from that, and it actually helped. I'll be honest with you guys and girls, it helped when it was at not the pinnacle of my breakup, but it was like several months after, I think, that happened. It let me just get my mind off of things, focus on something that was more beneficial than just kind of moping around, But the thing is that I do tend to take on a lot of work, and that's not their fault. I'm not saying Honey's Anime runs their writers ragged. No, they're very lenient when it comes to how many articles you do a week. For the most part, it's like you only have to do 1 or 2 articles a week, and that's by choice. I do a lot more because I want to do a lot more. I want to help them out as just because I love writing for them and they love my work. So I do write a considerable amount. I'm not going to go into the schematics of how much I write because I think that's like at a personal level. But I do write a considerable amount. And the thing is that writing, I don't know if you guys don't know the concepts of writing, you won't understand it fully, but writing is, a job in itself. It's something that you really put your essence into, and it might not be as physical as, like, say, a construction worker's job or, various other types of jobs, like going out and actually doing something. But when you're typing away at a keyboard for a couple hours, sometimes several hours, doing research, looking up things, it's tough. It really is, and it can weigh on you a little bit. The more you have to research, the more it's like, hours go by and you're still writing and you're still editing things, and you want to. And I have a very bad habit as a writer is that I love to put my 110, maybe 120% into everything I do when it comes to writing. And at times that's a good thing, but at times it's also kind of a double-edged sword because, yeah, while it makes the article itself a lot better, it also makes it where I push myself to a point that, do I need to go that far? Probably not, but I want to go that far, and I think that that's the essence of writers, to go beyond the limits of what you can do. But, and I mean, everyone has their own writing style, so if you're one of those people that writes on a more casual or laissez-faire kind of way, it's not a really big deal. But I'm just saying I push myself because that's just kind of a thing in my family, is that we push ourselves when it comes to working and doing things. I get that from my dad, where my dad, he is a train in terms of work. He keeps going, and I've always admired that about my dad. Even my mom has the same trait where she works very hard, but notably my dad, he can work for like days straight without, you know, even taking a single day off, and it's like, wow, you know, dude, you know, are you okay? Have you rested? You know, and he's perfectly fine. I mean, there's times he's tired, obviously, but he keeps glowing through it. I think it inspired me always that when I finally would be able to work for something or do something, I have no excuses to ever say, oh, well, I'm tired, let me go take a break now. I push, and, you know, sometimes with writing that can cause you to get tired. So that's why, on top of writing, obviously, I do YouTube reviews, and this season, guys and girls, oh my god, you know, it's been like, what, 20 shows I've been reviewing maybe this whole season. You know, Fate Apocrypha, Kakaguri, Centaur's Life, Fox Spirit Matchmaker, Restaurant to Another World, Recreators just ended recently, Made in Abyss, 18F, Dive, etc. Like, you know, I'm doing so many reviews for things that it's like I don't think I have a single day off that I'm not doing something, and that can get a little tiring. That it really is. That's why next season, it's really where I'm gonna really pay attention to what like I get in terms of views and what things people like me to do. That's why I had that whole thing for people to vote on, because I want to see people's feedback. But yeah, you know, it's just me lately. I've been very tired, and I have not gotten a lot of sleep. I mean, if many of you know, I don't sleep very well in general. You know, it's not that I don't sleep at all. I do sleep. People like think, oh, you know, you're awake all the time. It's more I'm like awake during the night. I'm a night owl. I can stay up. You know, when most people are asleep by 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm still typically awake. It's very rare that I'm asleep at that time. And then at 9 o'clock in the morning, I usually conk out, or 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm out for like 2 hours, 3 hours, and I wake up at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But, you know, it's kind of cool because, for me at least, and this is my concept, it gives me, instead of only like 14 hours a day, 15 hours a day, you know, that people have sometimes at their most, I get to see most of the day. I get to see like 18 to 20 hours of a day, and, you know, I get to utilize that as much as I can. That's why, you know, I try to write so much, but, you know, it's tiring. It really is. But be honest with you, I love it. I love writing. I love putting myself into this situation where it's like, okay, I'm pushing. I know I'm pushing, but I like it. I do. Maybe it's a kind of masochist thing of like pushing yourself to the limits, but, you know, that's just how I am as a person. So I do apologize, you know, like stuff's coming out late, but, you know, it's just what it is. Other than that, I think that will end it for this week's, or this, not this week, but like this first vlog. I keep saying blog. It's vlog, but, you know, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really do. I would love for you guys to tell me your thoughts. I'm not sure if I'm going to do an intro yet. I probably will do one eventually, but right now it's just going to be introless. I'll still have my outro that, you know, shows everyone this Patreon supports and stuff like that, because I want to do that. But, you know, I really do hope you like this, because I know a lot of people asked me to do this in the past, and you know, the anime talk was in some ways a kind of, I want to say almost in a way a vlog, but it wasn't. It became more of a kind of topic by topic type thing, and I wanted something where I can engage my audience, not just in live streams, mind you, but in a way that people can see what's going on in my daily life and see what's happening. Anyways, I will talk to you later. You know, I hope you guys enjoy this. Like I said before, share it with everyone, like the video, etc. Comment, tell me some of your stories. I would love to hear from you guys and girls. I think that's one thing that will be really cool about these, is that I can share my stories, and then maybe you guys can share some of your stories with me. Only share what you feel comfortable about sharing. Don't share anything too personal that you don't want to share, obviously, because I don't want to feel bad. That's like, oh, I convinced you to share a personal story about a relationship, or a past event, and then all of a sudden I'll feel horrible if you don't, if you have any issues later on, going, oh shit, I wrote that. So yeah, it's just that's up to you. Anyways, God bless you all. I will talk to you later. Bye bye, everyone.